We have just arrived at our Airbnb in Seattle.
Oh.
Say hi.
Hi!
And we're gonna get ready to go out to dinner. It is Thursday and we are setting up tomorrow morning. So just getting settled in tonight. Good morning. We are walking to get coffee on this crazy, really steep road. Oh no, not the pebbles. Al has a broken foot and we're, I don't know.
Only a little bit as a treat.
So I don't know why we're doing this. It was like a 2-minute walk. 2-minute hilly walk, but we need coffee. Set up our sign. And now we're just waiting for our tables to get delivered so we can finish setting up. We went to La Mercerie on Bainbridge Island and we all got these cute little project bags from there and I'm just obsessed with them. I think they're so cute. And now we are at a grocery store grabbing some stuff for dinner. And then we're heading back to our Airbnb for the night and gonna finish all the prep we need to do for the market tomorrow and maybe try and make a plan of what we actually want to buy so we're not just like walking in blind and spending too much money. We are hanging out, knitting, drinking wine, watching South Park. We just ate dinner, and we're gonna come up with what we want to buy tomorrow, where we want to run as soon as the market opens to make sure that we get our exclusives, and then go to sleep nice and early because we're gonna get up early and go finish setting up our table. Ten minutes of the market left. End of the day. This is the first time our booth has been empty all day. I've barely gotten any knitting done. I shopped very quickly so I could come back and help. I'm looking forward to browsing a bit more tomorrow. And I definitely spent too much money, but I still have a few more things on my list I need to get. I've actually made a decent amount of progress on my sock. We just went to a bar with some knitting friends, and now we're going to go get pie.
Girl who knows what's best. Touching you.
Good morning, guys. It is the last day of flock. It is Sunday. We're all pretty tired because we maybe stayed out slightly too late last night, but that's okay. We are up, packing, trying to get out of our Airbnb, and then we're gonna head over to the marketplace and set up for the day. Yesterday was overwhelming. I felt like I felt like a fever dream, kind of. I definitely bought a lot of stuff, but I like almost have no memory of what I bought. Like, I feel like I just kind of went into like a fugue state. I definitely spent too much money, but you know, it is what it is. I didn't vlog too much yesterday because our booth was just like constantly full of people. So it was really hard to find time. Really hard to find time to like chat with the camera, especially it felt weird doing it with like people in the booth watching me. I also didn't get a lot of knitting done. I thought I'd get way more knitting done, but you'd think with like 4 of us in the booth that like there wouldn't be that much for any one person to do, but I felt like we were all pretty busy the whole time. So here is the progress. So I meant to bring my Sophie hood with me yesterday, and I completely forgot to grab my project bag, which, by the way, I got this new project bag. We went to Bainbridge Island and stopped at La Mercerie, which is the yarn store that hosts flock. And so we stopped there to look. They also are the only yarn store that has the entire Knitting for Olive collection, which I had just made a big Knitting for Olive purchase because they were donating all of their sales to humanitarian aid in Gaza. And so I was like, this is perfect. This is an excuse for me to buy a ton of yarn and it go to a good cause. So it was cool to like then go to La Mercerie and find all the colors I had ordered and make sure that I actually liked them, and I did. Honestly, I like all their colors, so no worries there really. But yeah, I got this cutie little project bag, which I just like adore, from La Mercerie. And then I left it here. So I did not get to work on my Sophie hood, which is literally the project I cast on to work while at flock because it moves so quickly and because you don't really need to pay attention to it. So that was kind of a bummer that I forgot that. But so I worked on my sock because I did bring my sock with me. I was kind of worried about like working on it while I was doing other stuff, and I definitely have, because it's got lace work, and I definitely have made a couple mistakes. Like right here there's a mistake, there's another one too, and right here there's a mistake, but I think overall it looks pretty good, and I'm not going to pluck it out and do it. I think what I did there is I just knit normally instead of knit through the back loop, which, you know, it happens, and I'm not going to be too worried about it because it is a sock. But I am happy with how it's coming out. I actually talked to the woman who dyed this yarn. I got this yarn at Sacred Sheep and just cast on. This is sock yarn from Jada Woo Designs, and so I actually went up to her booth because she's here at Flock too, and I was like, oh my god, I got some of your stuff at Sacred Sheep and I literally cast on with it 2 days ago. And she was like, oh my god, that's so funny, tag me in it when you're done. Anyway, she's like super nice, and her yarn colors are beautiful, and the texture of the yarn feels really nice to me. So I would highly recommend checking her out, especially if you like pretty colors like this. But so I didn't get too much work done on it. It's like maybe almost at foot length. I've never done a toe up sock before, so I don't actually know what length I'm supposed to get to before I start the heel. I'm not really sure. I might have to do some Googling today, but I think I'm starting to get there. I'm gonna bring this one today, but I'm also gonna bring the Sophie hood and just work on whichever one calls to me. So we have the marketplace from 10 to 4, and then we are going to go drive back to Portland, so I will have time to work on my projects in the car as well, which is when I got most of the stuff I've done this weekend done. And then when I get home, I will go through everything I got. I'm trying to think if I even want to buy anything today. I feel like I bought so much yesterday. I'm definitely going to do another lap, but I'm going to try really hard not to buy anything else. Because I definitely spent way too much, like way more than I was planning on. It is 9 p.m. on Sunday night, and I am finally home. I have a mask on in my house because my husband is sick and I really don't want to get sick. I am exhausted. I am about to go to bed, but I wanted to show how much progress I got done on the Sophie hood during the car ride. So I completely finished with the increases, did the whole decrease section of the head part, and have started on the increase section of the head part. I actually finished the increases of the head part. I'm just doing the stockinette before you rejoin the I-cord edge on the back side. And then I will do my decreases, and that'll be done and ready to be sent off to Sarah. I'm home. It's been a couple days, and I figured we would assess the damage and go through everything I bought. So the first thing I got was we went to La Mercerie, which is on Bainbridge Island, which is the yarn store that kind of puts together flock. And I got this beautiful project bag from them. I have been using it to hold my Sophie hood while I've been working on it, and it works amazing. The zipper is really satisfying and like it's hard to get the yarn caught in the zipper. It's just really sturdy, and I love the design on it. I love the little orca. So very happy with this purchase. It was also relatively inexpensive and a great way to remember my time at flock. The other bag that I got is this beautiful quilted bag from this company called Mabel, which is an acronym for Makers Always Bring Extra Love. And she takes vintage quilts and remakes them into bags or vests or jackets. I really highly recommend checking out her stuff because this is like one of the most unique things that I think I found there, and I really love it. And my friends bought multiple of her bags because they're just all beautiful. I got just a little one, but I think it'll be really cute to use to hold small knitting projects while I'm out and about, or like to wear with like a dress when I just need a little handbag. Yeah, very happy with that purchase. Okay, let's talk stitch markers. You guys saw in the video that I went to Fiber and Flame the mystery stitch markers, which I was very happy with the color. But I also picked out some of my own. I actually got 2 mystery sets, and then one I picked out by myself. And I love these little stitch markers. I've been using them on my Umbria top, and I like that they're all different colors, so I can make a note of which section is denoted by which color. And so I think I'm going to go in and add some more of those into that project, because right now I have a mix of these and just like plastic ones. But yeah, I really love them. They work great. Since they're continuous, they don't get caught on the fiber at all. Yeah, I always love to purchase from them. Every time I see them, I end up getting some of their little stitch markers. This was the booth that I think I actually spent the most money at. Hi, you can be here. You can be involved, but it's not for you. This stuff is all from Denim and Rain, and she makes hand painted stitch markers. And so I will put like little pictures in so you can actually see them. But I got one pack that came with these two. And then she had like little packs of mismatched ones that were like either they were small mistakes on them, or they were like the last of a kind, for cheaper. And so I did get one of those. And then I got a granny square stitch marker, and this is going to be for my sister, who crochets. I got a lot of stuff from her. Also from her, I got this beautiful sticker that she had painted. And then finally I got a stitch marker holder tin that she hand painted with this beautiful sheep landscape, which actually came with a bunch of metal stitch markers, which is so nice. I was like, if it was empty, I still would have bought it for that price, because it's just beautiful. I can't believe she hand paints all of these, and like running like my finger along the top, like I can feel the brush strokes, which is crazy. Also, in terms of stitch markers, I saw my friend Maddie there, who's Buy a Thread Knits here on YouTube, and she was handing out cute little stitch markers that she made. They're just so fun. I love the fish, because she's always saying fish girl summer, fish girl spring, and it truly was a fish girl summer. Very happy that I received those, and I am excited to use them. Okay, let's finish off with the accessories, and then we'll get into the yarn, because there's a lot of yarn. I found this one booth that's called the Northwest Studio that makes handcrafted crochet hooks, and they had a ton of wooden carved ones, which was very cool. But they also had these ones that were made of stone, and I have never seen a hand-carved crochet hook made of stone before, and so I spent quite a long time testing one out, and I really, really liked how it felt. And so I thought about it for the rest of the day, and then I was like, you know what, I gotta go. I gotta go get one. And I found one. They had one left in the size that I wanted, which is I wanted a 6mm. They only had a 6.5, but I was like, close enough. That's great. That's like my most used crochet hook. And so it just feels so, the weight of it is so nice. Okay, last accessory. Oh my god, I didn't write down where this place is from. I'm going to put the name of the company at the bottom here, because I'm going to need to go back and check my credit card records, because I totally whiffed on writing down where this is from. But they had a build your own yarn minder station where you could mix and match all of the pieces to create the colors that you wanted. And I spent a very long time there trying to decide what I wanted. And so I ended up with this gold bottom. Maple is playing with her toys. She's in a very play mood this morning, which is fine. But I really hope you guys can't hear the squeaking. So I got a gold bottom, and then a blue arm, and a brown loop, which I really like the look of together. And it works great. I was using it all for the end of flock, and walking around with it on my wrist while I worked on my Sophie hood. And it's great. I like this one a lot. It was really affordable, and I'm happy with the purchase. So I only got a couple of full-size skeins. I was really into the minis this festival. So I am, for the last 4 months of the year, wow, crazy, there's only 4 months of the year left. For the last 4 months of the year, I am making the Stardew Valley socks, which I'll put a picture of in here, and I will put the pattern designer in there too, because I don't know it off the top of my head. And I'm going to make all 4 seasons that are designed. And so while I was at Flock, I was looking for minis for the colors to finish these socks with. And so the first thing I got, I literally, like, as soon as the market opened, ran over. Little Wings has a Stardew Valley collection. And Marcella, it was so nice meeting you, and Joe, and you guys are amazing, and I am so excited to use the yarn I got from you. So she had a mini set of the tonals that accompanied her Stardew Valley collection, which of course I had to purchase because I'm a big Stardew girly. And they're so cute. Wait, I'll open up the bags so we can really appreciate the colors. I'm so excited to use actual Stardew Valley yarn in my Stardew Valley socks. Oh, they're like even more beautiful out of the bag. I know, they're just so pretty, Moopies. Okay, you can stay right there then. You want to sniff it? You want a kiss? They're beautiful. They're just amazing, and I'm really excited to use them. I need to sit down and go through and figure out exactly what I'm going to use each color for, but yes, I am pumped. I'm going to try and use all of them. I took really chaotic notes. I have a bunch of minis to show you. I took really chaotic notes of like what colors I was planning on using them for. Because, like, how do you even describe the different shades that you need? This skein was gifted to me. This is from Summit and Skein in the color Oak. And I believe this is a new dyer that was handing out some of her skeins to promote herself. Okay, next minis are from Twisted Ambitions yarn. And I am just obsessed with how bright they are. They're really beautiful. These are the colors Magenta and Empower. Next mini is from Fiber Hustle, and this is it's a Sting Song color. It's a very nice mustard yellow. And Fiber Hustle also was giving out needle minders with their purchases, which is so cute. And I like this one because it's actually like, it'll work for really tiny needles, and I feel like most needle stoppers do not. Okay, next was Pigment and Ply, and so they had a bunch of minis of different colors, but they also had this one beautiful blue color that the only mini came in this little scarf set where it came with some Surrey yarn. And I was like, well, I need the mini, so I guess I'm going to get the little set. And just find something else to use the Surrey for. But how could I not get that color? You'll see in my later purchases that I'm kind of a sucker for this blue. Okay, these ones are from, they don't have a label, but I wrote it down. These are from Capella Luna. I really liked her colors, and she was really nice. So if you ever see her yarn at a show, you should definitely stop by. Okay, and then these are from Serial Knitters. The colors Almond and Espresso. And they're really beautiful. I was looking for like a nice light brown to work for some of the color work in these socks, and this was perfect. They also had this amazing electric blue that I didn't end up buying, but I was like, oh my god, that's such a nice blue. So highly recommend checking out their yarn as well. Okay, last just mini purchase. I got these from Rainier Roses. They don't have the colors listed on. Oh, they have the color listed on one. This is just an orange. I don't have the color on it. But this is Shades of Grey number 4. That's it for Just Minis. Our booth was set up next to Explorer Knits, which I have been eyeing for a while, and so I did spend most of the show just like looking over at their booth being like, oh my god, look at those colors. So I got 2 minis and 2 full-size skeins from them. I got these 2, which I don't know the colors of, that I just thought were really beautiful, and I'm going to try and find spots for them in my Stardew Valley socks. And then I got these 2 skeins. This is the color Butterfly Pea Flower in their Teton Sport base. And I told you, I'm obsessed with this blue. I just love how deep and rich it is. I love anything that's this color blue. There was like 3 different stands that had very similar shades of blue. It was this Pigment and Ply and Crow and Crescent all had very similar shades of blue, and I went back and forth. I was like, oh my god, which one? But I ended up with these just because I thought it was slightly deeper, slightly richer, and just slightly more of a shade that I want to wear. And so I am planning on making either a tank top or a short sleeve with this. I haven't decided exactly which one yet, but I would love for this to be something that I wear often, so I will have to think about that. I got this skein from Thought to Thread. This is the color Cottage Core, and I got this to make my sister's partner a Christmas gift. I was texting my sister the whole weekend being like, what colors? Does this one look like something they would like? And they were like pink and green and light. So we settled on this one, which I think will look really cute. I am planning on making him some fingerless gloves. I hope he's not watching because it's going to ruin the surprise. Okay, last purchase. I got these from Yarn Matter. This is the color The March. And this is a DK yarn that is a wool silk mix. And I really love this blue, pink, purpley combination. It was beautiful. And I am excited to make something with this. I got 2 of them so I could make like a short sleeve or something like that with them. We'll figure it out later. But that was it for everything I got at Flock. I hope you enjoyed this recap. I hope it wasn't too chaotic. I have yet to sit down and like fully put it together, so I do think that it will be kind of a mess. But I hope you but the whole experience was kind of a mess. Like, it was very chaotic. I was very overwhelmed. There was so much to see and so much to do and so many people to talk to that I was all over the place. If you enjoyed watching and want to see more like this, if you could like the video or subscribe. If you made it to the end of the video, leave a comment and tell me what project you were working on while you were watching, or give me a suggestion of what I can make with 2 skeins of yarn that would look pretty in a variegated color. That'd be great. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.